another episode. Then after the Grand Theft Auto 4 expansion, Rockstar gave all their attention to the Nintendo DS and gave it its own timed exclusive, and that is this, Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars, released March 2009 with Rockstar leads doing most of the work on it, with a little assistance from the Rockstar North. This was the 13th installment in the Grand Theft Auto series, later came out on the PSP, and I have my copy right here. This is what it looks like, but it never got released on consoles, so to play this episode you would need one of these, either or both. And for both my copies I do have a complete in box. I will show you what it looks like on the Nintendo DS first. Just check that out, guys. Immaculate condition. For presentation I'll give this 10 out of 10. Just like how you see the Nintendo engraved there, Nintendo DS engraved on the box there. And we have the map. We have a Wi-Fi connection instruction booklet. And we also have a safety and precaution booklet. So there's only one thing really I'm probably missing to have it properly complete in box, and that is a product manual. But we do have a instruction manual there, Liberty City, and it does have superb colouring inside. And this is what the actual map will look like. Good close-up of the cartridge there, Nintendo DS cartridge. And this is what we would have on the map. We do have the traditional artwork on one side. Chinese woman posing with some kind of knife holder strapped to her thigh. I like the oriental attire. So this artwork just looks supreme. Love it. Then we got the logo and the name of the game in the bottom corner. And on the other side we have the map of Liberty City for all to see. So let's see what the PSP version obtains with a complete in-box version of the game. So when everything is packed perfectly in its place, your display box will look something like this. And this is the PSP. And we are happy to say it's complete with the map and instruction manual. We have a UMD there with a nice image of a character in the background. It's not on the box, by the way. It's it might be a reverse cover or something. And let's check out the manual here. Very narrow compared to the DS. It was wide. And we have our bright and colourful manual once again. And this is what the map for the PlayStation Portable would look like. Same woman, different pose. She's got a long ass sword this time, still with the oriental garment. We have the R logo in the bottom right, and top corner we have Grand Theft Auto Chinatown Wars. I've got to say, this picture still looks remarkable, but I do prefer the DS artwork more than the PlayStation. To go for looks inside the box, I'll be picking the Nintendo DS all day long. Then after the Chinatown Wars, Grand Theft Auto 4 got more content. The Ballad of Gay Tony. Now the Ballad of Gay Tony was the 4th expansion in the GTA series and the 14th installment overall. Rockstar North done this alone, with Rockstar Games once again being the key publishers. You can now download both of the expansion packs on the PlayStation Store and the Microsoft Store in 2009. So yeah, The Lost and Damned and The Ballad of Gay Tony was now available digitally across all platforms. Then in October, they released both DLCs individually for the Xbox 360, which had both expansions all on one disc. Then months later, it was released on the PS3, having both expansions on one disc once again, without the need of owning the base copy. And it was on a standalone disc, and it was titled Grand Theft Auto Episodes from Liberty City. And this is what the cover art on the front would look like. And this is the back. So this contains both expansions. I have the PS3 version, but the Xbox 360 got it first for once. And I can't show you all the credentials inside because this will remain happily in the cellophane. Another double pack arrived for the PS2 and PSP in 2009. Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories, which was packed in a glittery glowing box, which I do not have. The reason why, it cost a whopping fortune. And just so you know I'm not bluffing, take a look for yourself. Yep, them prices are insane. I have no intention of owning no more double or trilogy packs unless a super deal comes my way in the upcoming future. So once again, Rockstar were turning their attention to Grand Theft Auto 4. So a year later, Rockstar took it easy with just releasing Grand Theft Auto 4 Complete Edition. And what GTA 4 Complete was, it was the base copy of the game with the DLC all on one disc, and that arrived in 2010. So 5 years later, after Grand Theft Auto 4, we got the latest addition to the GTA sequels, and that was Grand Theft Auto 5 came alive, and it still survives in 2022. Rockstar North was in full control of development, and the ever-growing Rockstar Games published this masterclass. 2013 was the date of the main series Resurrection, and this was the 7th main entry in this episodic Grand Theft Auto series, and the 15th installment overall. You can play as a retired bank robber, Michael DeSanta, and you also can play as a street gangster, Franklin Clinton, and you also can play as a drug dealer, Trevor Phillips. It was released in 2013, both on the PS3 and Xbox 360. Then 2014 on the PS4 and the Xbox One. A year later, it came out on the PC. Then March 2022, it came out on the PS5 and the Xbox Series consoles. This game just keeps running and don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. This has got to be the longest sequel ever in gaming history, let alone in Rockstar Games' history. Next year would be 10 years since Grand Theft Auto 5 was released. So this is the cover art on the front, and this is what the back looks like. And as always, I've got complete in box. I'll first show you the map. So we have the map of the city Los Santos, and it comes with the map revealing the inner city locations and popular landmarks. Just like GTA 4 though, there's no exclusive artwork on the other side. So maybe by this stage, Rockstar Worlds were too big and needed as much space as possible to show and pinpoint all the major spots. But yeah, it's this size round here, and then we got portrait mode on this side. So that's the map of Los Santos in Grand Theft Auto 5. And it also came, well, this is very tiny, came with a slim manual, probably instructing the bare minimum. And on the other side, we have an advertisement for the social club. So at this time, Rockstar Social Club started to surface. Nothing much inside there, just bare bones really. No fancy artwork or nothing, just a little bit of text. Then we have ourselves a atomic blimp, hot air balloon it looks like. And this was it was a download code. Just plug it in and you get yourself an atomic blimp. Then we have a pamphlet looking thing advertising games and add-ons you can obtain in your game. And on the back we have more social club information. And this is what the game disc would have looked like. So this is more or less a complete in-box version of Grand Theft Auto 5, which is still going now. Then they produced a collector's edition for the diehards like me. I had to show some appreciation for the Xbox 360, but the choice is yours because this is also available for the PS3. I'm not going to leave you hanging. I'm going to actually show you what the contents are inside of the collector's edition. Okay, first up you would have got yourself the sleeve for this collector's box with the Grand Theft Auto 5 logo engraved on the top there. And inside of that, this is where you would find your Los Santos New Era snapback cap, along with a security deposit bag with a logo key. So here's the logo key, and as you see it there, you have the Grand Theft Auto 5 engraved, looking like some diamonds are shining on the V there, representing the 5. Looks spectacular, very unique. Just love it. It's all themed with the Grand Theft Auto 5 logo. And then you would have had some exclusive artwork housed in this elegant looking envelope once again, or folder. And this is what the artwork would have looked like, guys. Just check out them colors just jumping out at you. Wonderful. And these are all of the protagonists you can take control of inside of the game once you start it up. So that's that. And you would also get yourself a collectible steelbook with Trevor looking manic on the front, like he's ready to burn someone's house down. And that's what the back will look like. Michael DeSanta going to do a robbery. And of course it will have 2 discs, one for your data, because this game was massive. And look at that, I haven't even scratched it off yet. Xbox Live, ready to rock and roll. I'm going to keep that as a memorabilia. And then we have the map and a more thicker manual, but still slim pickings. So yeah, that's everything you will get. And I can't forget to round it off, you would have got yourself a blueprint map, looking like so, highlighting all the major points in the city. And the greatest and latest from Rockstar is this, Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy Definitive Edition, released 2021. And for the first time, Rockstar North wasn't involved in this project. So that would make sense and explain the disastrous launch release of this title. But the legendary Rockstar Games were still the publishers, so they gave it the green light, so there's no excuse for that launch. And this was developed by Grove Street Games, released on all platforms: Switch, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series, Windows, Android and iOS. And wow, that is a mouthful to say all at once. And this is what the cover art would look like of Grand Theft Auto, the Trilogy Definitive Edition. And this is what the back will look like, telling you all the games that you get with that. And I haven't told you all the games that are involved in this. And with this, you would get a improved, well, should be improved version, well, more or less a remaster of Grand Theft Auto 3, Grand Theft Auto Vice City, and Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. And I would love to show you what is actually inside of the box, but this is a sealed copy and it will remain that way. So that is the story so far of the Grand Theft Auto series from the legendary Rockstar Games. And I can't wait for Grand Theft Auto 6. Okay guys, if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. Even better, subscribe. Till next time, see ya.